Yes. Yes.
So take a look at the information here. As far as the termination fee would be $140 at this moment.
Okay, and does it ever lessen or what?
The cancellation fee, yes. When you first got the contract on this one, it was $350.
Okay.
So every month that goes by, it goes down $10.
How many gigs do I normally use on my phone?
Well, normally average between half and one, no more than one.
Okay. And when does my contract expire exactly?
That would be September 1st.
And what is my passcode?
Well, that's the same password you gave me earlier when I asked you.
Okay. My account number?
The account number? Just a second here. The 051 3216 893.
Okay, that'll be all.
Do you have
Thank
any other
you.
questions at all?
No, that'll be all. Thank you.
Wow, this time I'm kind of surprised they didn't get very aggressive. They just gave you the
He asked
information
me
you
to
needed.
begin with if there, before I put it on speaker, he said, is there something that's wrong why you want to switch? And I said, no, I just want to know what my contract termination fee is.
Okay, good. So that's a good example. When you start asking these questions, you heard from Trish that they do know that you're about to switch and they will do anything to keep you. All right, thanks, Trish.
All right.
All right, guys, so I'm here with Trish. She just got off the phone with Verizon and we collected the data that we needed to collect. Number one, she asked when her contract expired and we found out, number one, that it was September 1st, right?
Yes.
And then second, we found out how much does it cost to break the contract.
140.
And we found out that it was $140. All right. And I also asked Trish to find out how much data does she normally use, and they told her that she keeps it under a gig. Was it about half? Yeah, it's anywhere from a half to 1 gig that she keeps it under. Okay, so this is all good information to know, and you'll find out the reason why here in a second. And then I asked Trish, what does she normally pay? All right. $121 for her Verizon phone. So this is what we figured out. Now, she's not interested on the CDMA side. I always want to ask, does she travel a lot, stuff like that. So she doesn't think CDMA is for her. So the only thing that we could do right now is GSM, which we understand is AT&T. Paula, if you want to get the flyer, and guys, if you don't have this flyer, this is like the most important thing that you need in your mobile business, is you need to have this flyer. So we looked at the prices. She doesn't even use a gig, so we determined that $45 would be good enough for her. And even if she used 500 gigs, we know that we don't charge a full gig or a full $15 or $10 like other companies do. Let's say if she just uses 300 megabytes, we would multiply that by a penny and a half, so that's only $4.50. So if you did this 32 gig talk and text only, that would be good enough for her, but she feels comfortable using the $45 for 1 gig. So that's what we're going to do, okay? So it's $45. Let's just round it off to $50 with taxes. This is what I did. So let's just say it's going to cost about $50. She's paying $121 right now, minus $50. So how much is that in savings?
$71.
Huge savings.
All right. So she has June, July, and August, about 3 months left. Multiply that by 3. That's $213. And how much is your contract to break it?
$140.
$140. So what do you think would be the most logical thing to do?
Break that contract.
Save myself $73.
There you go. and so that, and also another thing, I don't want to get too technical, but depending on the bill cycles, when you pay your bill, you're paying a month in advance. So if Trish just barely paid her bill right now, today or 2 days later, let's say she paid it on the first of her billing cycle. Verizon will owe her some credits. All right, so that kind of helps alleviate your switching over fees. All right, so a lot of people don't know that. Now, of course, if it's towards the end of the billing cycle, you're not going to get that many credits. But as you can see in this scenario, she'll be winning. Okay, she'll be winning in the short term as well as in the long term. Now, I would like to add a disclaimer. Let's just say if it costed her, let's say if it costed her $275 or even close to $300, I would still break it. And this is the reason why.
Your savings per month.
You're saving money, and even if it costed $300, I would still break it. And this is the reason why. And you guys have heard me say this. We're in the mobile business.
That's right.
All right? I'm not going to sit there and wait another 3 months until my contract expires when I could garner more business. I'm going to, during the summer, try to get my free mobile. All right? And in my opinion, I could put my money where my mouth is because I know I'll get my free mobile. Okay? And also, how do you expect your family and friends to switch if you haven't switched? Now, Trish, you did make a valid point when I was discussing this with you. You said that your other family members are on Verizon, right?
Yes.
And if they see that you're saving money, then more than likely they'll switch, or they may not. We just don't know, right? But what you're doing is, I don't think you're just looking at it in the short term. I think you're looking at it in the long term, because you are in the mobile business, and how can you, the way you're looking at it, it's a good business decision, because how can you get other people to switch if you haven't switched, right? And let me add something else. Let's say if Trish did have 4 lines, you know, if she had a family of 4, well, fine. At least get one of those phones over, you know. And so that I would like to add those things. But as you can see in this scenario, in the short term as well as in the long term, she's better off breaking the contract. For some of you, you know, breaking all contracts is not going to be the logical thing to do. I totally understand that. But if you're in stream, if you're in the mobile business, I would advise you to, strongly advise you, to bring one of your lines over at least, and let the other 3 expire. Bring them one by one as you're getting your free mobile. And not only getting customers, we understand that, but we want to get associates as well. And we want to get the associates to feel comfortable enough and have confidence in the product or in the service that that you want to switch over. Because as an associate, if you don't switch over, what makes you think a customer that's not in the business is going to switch over? Okay, so there's many reasons why switching over benefits the stream associate as well as the customer. Paula, do you want to add anything else? I know you got some.
I think y'all got it all covered.
All right, so we'll go to the next step then. All right, so after doing all the math, Trish liked the numbers. And one thing, Paula, that I failed to mention is the installment plan. Trish actually, she has a Verizon S4. And of course, we know we can't bring that over to the GSM. So what she wants to do is purchase the S5, the Galaxy S5s, which are really nice phones. So if you just add $20 to what we were originally talking about, we had earlier said that she would save $213, but I forgot to add the $20 fee in there for the installment plan, and I also forgot about the stream warranty plan, which I'm sure she wants. And let's just round it off to $7, so that's about $77 her bill would be. But that's still going to save her about $44 a month. Multiply that by 3 months, $132, and it costs $140 to break. So it still makes sense to break the contract, whether it's short term or long term. So I just wanted to include that in the video. So the numbers still look great. Trish wants to order the phone. We're going to go to store.mystream.com. It's already there. You probably could go to mystream.com, but that's what I do. We're going to order a GSM 4G LTE. Trish said that she wanted the black one, right?
Correct.
So we're going to click on the GSM Samsung Galaxy S5. I'm going to click on that one. here you see where it says installment plan, 24-month installment plan. Then it has no contract price. Trish wants the 24-month plan. Now, if she's going to spend this much on a phone, I advise her that she needs to get the device protection plan. All right? So it says, yes, add the stream device protection plan. What we're going to do is add to the cart. So we have one, and then we have the monthly billing to be $26.90, and that's because of the installment plan and the stream warranty. All right, and we're going to check out now. And you're going to have to agree to this. Scroll to the bottom. I accept. Now here's the terms and conditions that you have to check. Trish is going to put her information in. What's cool about the S5, one of my associates got the S5. They actually had the stream logo in the back. I thought that was cool.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes.
is.
And also when she switched over, it does have on the S5, it does have on the display screen, it does have stream. It's branded stream, so I thought that was cool. All right, so when you do a device installment plan, it will take your social security and it does a credit check. Now, Trish has been approved. She has two options. She could either do no down payment or she could do a down payment. If she puts $200 down, then the finance charge would be only $16.95. Now, if she does no down payment, it's only $19.95. And it shows what the final payment will be at the end of the 24-month loan or financing option. At the end of 24 months, the remaining balance will be $215.65. If she does $200 down, it's $70.25. Now she could roll this out, this $215 out into another 12-month lease, or she could just get another phone and just pay this off, or she could just roll it into another lease. She could also trade it in if she wants at the end of the 20 months, but there's just different options that you could have from this. So you want to give the customer or the associate the option on what she wants.
I want to pay the $200 down.
Okay, she wants to pay the $200 down. So she's going to select, oh, I'm sorry, let me let her select it. She has to click this, view and sign the installment plan, and this is what comes up. All right. So as you can see, associates or customers don't mind putting some money down. They don't mind spending money on phones, okay?
And the phone costs the same either way. It's
Right.
the down payment is just off the top of the phone. It doesn't.
Right, it's not a deposit.
Yeah, it's not
Good
a
point.
deposit. It costs the same either way.
So you have to scroll down